Hey. Hi everyone, this is Peter.
Hey guys, how all?
So we wanted to quickly get back with you just after the Zoom call on Monday night. Thank you for those of you that attended, and I know a couple of you could not. You emailed us in and said you couldn't be there. And I actually kind of wanted to apologize. I was just getting back from Israel, and Andre and I had not had a chance to connect. It's my fault on Monday. So we talked today, and we've realized we just probably need to clarify anything that might have gotten confused on Monday as for the next steps over the next few weeks. So we've sat down, and Andre's got some thoughts, and we're just gonna sort of share this with you so there's clarity, especially for those of you that missed the call. So
So guys, it's really good that Peter and I could touch base about how to move forward. To let you know, we will give you some information, a handout, so you'll have something visual as well. But I'd like to just go over the goals for launching your Bridgeway MKF group over the next 4 weeks. So first of all, some of the goals is to cast vision for all members and visitors in the group for the first 4 weeks. So for you to reiterate the vision and to cast that week after week so that people start to hear and it sinks inside of them. And even for some of our new leaders, so that it's also good for you to just be reminded of the vision itself as you share it with others. Second point is to meet and to get to know one another, to model a family night as a large group, to model a discipleship night as a group, and to devise a plan for the summer months as a leadership team.
yeah, you know, I would just add, just so you're not threatened by the vision piece, we're giving you a vision video that is also attached to this. It says MKF Vision Video, and we hope you play that the first time you meet as a group. But after that, I think you're just sharing some quick bullets in like 30 seconds to a minute. Hey, just to remind you, we're part of a Bridgeway MKF group. We're about discipleship. We're about bonded relationships. We're about destiny development, and we're about apostolic mission. Those are really the key things to remember. So don't get too nervous about that mission casting. And I think we were going to give them videos too for the family discipleship. Yeah. So Andre will record one for family night suggestions, and I'll probably do one for the Bible for you.
All right. So Peter, let's now talk about the group schedule for the first 4 weeks that our groups do start meeting. We realize that the groups are going to start meeting at different times over the next 3 weeks, but we'd like you to follow this format for the first 4 weeks of meeting. The first would be the orientation meeting, and the purpose is to cast vision, to introduce everyone, to gain commitment. Hang on.
Yeah, the order of that. That's my typo.
I
threw you off.
So obviously you're going to warmly welcome people, make them know that we appreciate very much that they're there, to celebrate them. Second is to worship, to play the MKF Vision video that Peter just spoke about, and to answer any questions and answers that the people may have. And then to embark on relational group exercises. We'll be going over that just now, but something like the Michael Sullivan questions would be good. To hear people's testimonies and life stories would be really good at this stage. And then a call to commitment. I want to stress that it's really important that people know, like in any family, that you need to be committed for the family to run deep and relationships to be real. So that would be the first meeting. The second meeting would be more like a relational development night. Again, you're going to welcome people to the meeting, worship, play a major part in each of the meeting times. A vision reminder, a shortened vision reminder, and then to use the exercises to get to know everyone in a large group or in subgroups. And at this stage, there'll be no DNAs. So depending on how large the group is in your MKF group, you either want to divide them up into smaller groups at the stage of maybe 10 or 12 people, or you just want to make sure that people have an opportunity to participate. The third week will be more like a family night. In fact, it will be a family night. Family nights always start out with a meal, and then to use exercises. My bad.
Yeah, that's right.
To start out with a meal, and then we're going to have worship, and then partake in communion, and then spiritual journey and testimony exercise. That really is where people share a bit about their journey with the Lord. If they're husband and wife, I found that it's really good to let the husband and the wife share on the same night. And people get to know each other once they hear their stories. and know how to pray for each other and how to encourage each other on once they know more about them.
Yeah, you know, Andre, I just encourage them too, as you do those things. When we did that in our pilot, people prophesied over the people that shared, and we prayed, we laid hands on them, and that creates a culture also for your people of like everybody owns this. So what we ended up finding is the people owned everybody's story, and like as leaders, we didn't have to do anything. We just, hey, does anyone want to pray or prophesy? It was like bam, you know, just there. And so, yeah, that's a powerful night.
It is, and it models to people who are new to the group and new to the concept of prophetic prayer. And then the fourth night will be a discipleship night, and also a DNA group night. We're going to provide a Bible reading video with sermon notes for each of the weeks and questions for you to use when you break up into your small groups. And your leader will model what the discipleship night is going to look like, especially the Bible content. There's a specific way that we'd like the Bible evening to be taught, and so the video will definitely highlight that.
That's great.
And then subsequent meetings after that will really be at your discretion, but realizing that we want to just infuse the vision and the core values of MKF and DNA, and but then we'll be able, and plus we're also going to be communicating through further Zoom calls so people can understand where we're at. We can maybe even fine tune a few things just to minister exactly where the groups are at and where people's needs are. Peter mentioned about chairs, and so if you could let me know how many chairs you'd like at each of the groups. If you do need chairs, then what we'll do, we'll go to Costco, a place like that, and we will purchase all the chairs and then make them available for you to pick up on a Sunday morning. So please communicate that clearly to me, preferably by email would be great. Peter, what's next?
I don't know. We talked about maybe just a timeline. I could kind of talk to this a little bit because we were trying to get language for this. The first phase of your group is forming. You're trying to gather relationships, get people to know one another, create covenant, create synergy, excitement, and development. So really, it's ideal that you're starting just before summer because summer provides a great time to build relationships. And so the first 3 months or so are going to be more about relationship, but we still want you sowing the Bible time and the apostolic mission at some level maybe, and then also the DNA, so that when it comes time to do 3 weeks of Bible, 1 week of fellowship, 3 weeks of Bible, 1 week of fellowship, it's not a foreign concept. So I would be very clear with your group that, hey, in the first few months, we're focusing mostly on relationships, so we really grow deep and get to know one another. But we'll still be doing some Bible, but in the fall, we'll be doing a lot more of that to really start developing and going deeper and have a lot more time in our DNA group. So I think that's the main thing, is to communicate that phase to the group. And you might tell them, Andre, about some of the videos that we're thinking about and so forth.
So we're looking at the following training videos. We're looking at a launch night video, a vision video.
Which we just did.
We've just,
And they're going to have it with this email.
We attached to this. And then a discipleship night training video, and also a DNA group training video. Thirdly, a family night relationship development training video. And for these videos, there's a certain way that we'd like, a certain structure that we want to follow, and it's important that groups uniformly follow these. Help me out here, Peter, please.
Yeah, I think some of that, you'll see these, we're going to give a template. You can color outside the lines of it, but I think the goal is, in your handout you saw there's a discipleship night and a family night, and most of you that have been through it as leaders are pilots. You've already seen these. You've been modeled these, so it's not foreign to you. I think the videos we'll provide will actually help your groups catch it. So we're going to actually, we're joking, Andre suggested, well, why don't we have the staff do a Bible study? So I don't know who's going to facilitate it, but we'll have sermon points, and we'll read a passage, and then we'll watch Simon laugh, and we'll do all the, but we'll model how we're going to actually see Bible discussed. And it's similarly for family, I think it will be more suggestions, just giving you ideas. You'll get those on the Zoom calls, but I think is to just clarify for any, it's something you can show these videos to your group. So, right, so the group can all get the same picture, that if you're stumbling about how to share it, because you're still trying to meet everybody in your groups, you could show this family video and say, hey, we just want to hear from our leaders. Here's what family night typically looks like. There'll be suggestions. And same thing, we're going to watch the staff and laugh as they do a discipleship night model, you know, something like that. And that'll create connection between us and the groups, and it may just be a way to help you. If you decide not to use the videos, you know, we'd be okay with that, but we'd encourage you for sure to watch them. The goal is to get these templates out to all of the groups that we're working with. So.
And remember that one of the major goals is for this to be participatory. So you want everybody in the groups to have an opportunity to participate. Leaders don't want to give all the answers. They want to just put the questions out there, introduce the topic, and have people in the group actually speak up, and that's how we're going to learn from each other and grow the most as a result of that. So it's going to be really powerful. And then finally, the next Zoom call is going to be on May the 6th at 7 p.m. once again. So if you could mark that in your diaries, your planners, and be really exciting to hear back from the leaders to know how the first groups that launched, how they've been going. And we kind of like the guinea pigs, but I'm excited to launch as soon as possible.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being attentive. We know these videos may take a little bit of your time, but I think seeing some of you missed, and we know one of your groups is actually launching on a Monday, so it'll be hard to maybe make that Zoom call, but we'll think about what that looks like. But we're excited. We just we did want to clarify where we were at after the last call. So love you guys.
Love you guys. Thank you.
All right.